Namaste, welcome. So our class today is how to prepare for our Yin practice, which is on Sundays at 6 o'clock. So normally when we go to a studio, we have bolsters, bricks, foam blocks, belts, blankets, eye pillows available. But if you're at home, you probably don't have all these props available. So here are going to be some handy tips on what you can use for your practice over the next few weeks while we do our Yin on a Sunday. So Yin is about stillness, going within. There's very little movement, so you come into a shape, you hold that shape, and you see what arises. It's a very meditative practice. What we want to bring to our Yin practice is comfort and ease. We want to meet our edge, but be comfortable within that edge. So using props means that we can sustain poses for longer. We hold poses from anything between 3 to 7 minutes at a time. That means it gives enough time for our body to settle into our pose, for our ligaments and tendons, joints, muscles to really soften and relax into the pose. So the longer we hold a pose, the more mobility we can bring to different parts of our body, but mainly we connect with that meditation, the breath, what happens with the thoughts, the gaps in between those thoughts. So today I'm been round my house and found everything that I could possibly use for our props. So first prop mainly is the bolster. It's really handy because you can have it at an angle and use it for heart opening. You can put it underneath your knees to give some support underneath your knees. You can place it under your lower back in supported bridge, supported shoulder stand, lots of poses that you use the bolster for. We don't have a bolster. So our options are pillows. So go to your bedroom and grab the firmest pillows that you have. So you don't want down feather necessarily, you want the ones that are made out of memory foam, for example. You can pad them up and you can use those as props. So another way you can do it if you have the soft pillows is to really fold them in and then either use a belt or a dressing gown or a tie to strap it in. So here I'm going to use a belt. So I'm going to fold it in. So this requires a little bit of maneuverability, so you want to get all your props set up beforehand and then tie it with your belt. And then maybe on the other side I'm going to use this because I'm using my belt for the other one. So again, you can use a scarf, a long scarf, or a tie. So make it as tight as you can. And they might not feel very even on top, so what you can do is then wrap a blanket over it and so you kind of create a little burrito roll, and there we have a bolster. So you can use the bolster like this on the earth. For heart openers, you can place a couple of folded blankets at the top, and then it makes a great heart opener. So really open across the heart. You can place it underneath your knees. So that's one way to create a bolster. Another way is if you have comforters, so if you have duvet comforters, I have an extra king size one here. Fold it long ways, and then fold it in half, and starting at the end where you've got the edges, roll those in all the way. So make a very tight roll with your comforter or a very thin duvet perhaps. And again you create another bolster here. Wrap it with a tie, your belt, your dressing gown. So for example here I've done the same with this one, I've got a belt around it, and again you can, because I've got a belt on this one, I can't really feel it, place it underneath your knees. So you've got lots of support underneath your knees. You can also place it underneath your lower back for supported bridge. Lift your knees towards you, lift your legs up to the sky. So you can see it's very versatile and it does the same function as a bolster. So that's our bolster options. Pillows or comforters and very thin duvets rolled up tight. If you don't have those, again you can use big bath towels or beach towels. Take a few and then roll up each individual one. This, and then keep rolling the other towels over it. So I've just got 2 towels here, but you can see if I keep going, I can make quite a good bolster here. If I use 4 or 5 towels, it'll be bigger. And you can use the towels long ways. So there's 3 bolster options. Brilliant. Now the other thing is bricks. So bricks often help us bring the earth up to us. So for example, if we're doing dragon, we might have the bricks here, like this, to support our hands and bring the earth up to us. If we don't have bricks, what I would suggest you use, and I found 2 books, gone to my bookcase. I found the book called by William Dalrymple and my dictionary. And you can use these books to make sure that they're quite firm. And then you can use the books underneath your hands. This one's a bit, let's take this one. Have to be careful not to put too much weight onto them. All you're doing really is to bring the earth up to you. You're not dropping your weight into your books. Hardback is the best option. Cookbooks work great for this as well. And if you don't have thick hardback books available, you might have a footstool, low footstool that you can use. And if you don't have a low footstool, another option, I'm just going to sneak out a camera shot for a moment. You can see I completely raided my house. Let's move everything out of the way. You can get a low chair and use the chair. So you can see here, this chair is it's an adult kitchen chair, but you could use a children's chair if you have available. There's a cushion on it. And again, it brings the earth up to you. Another great option for having a chair available is that when you want to put your legs up, it's a great one for putting your legs up and resting here with your legs elevated. Take a full breath in, full breath out. I feel completely chilled in my Yin practice. So I hope those were lots of great ideas. One last idea, straps. If you don't have a strap, use a long towel, a long scarf, and again you can just, so the longer you have, you might need to tie 2 scarves together, or you use a dressing gown, or, where's my belt? Find my belt handy. And again, you can use your belt. And you can just kind of pick it, put it on the setting that you need it. So try and get a long belt. A man's belt is really handy for this because they tend to be longer. And again, you can see how it works here. You could extend that by tying a couple of scarves together or 2 ties together, whatever you need. So you've got lots of options there. And finally, for eye pillows. So if you don't have an eye pillow, using a slipper sock or a really thick pair of woolly socks, and that's really super cozy. So find all the stuff that you can from your house. Your household may wonder what you're doing, complete madness. I mean, this room is a complete mess right now. I have everything here. But you want to make sure that you have all your props available and you are super comfortable, and that you have to have the minimum disruption during your practice. So you don't want to rush off to find something during your practice. You want to have it all at hand. Even if you don't use it, knowing that it's there will mean you will relax a little bit more. So I'll see you on Sunday at 6 o'clock for Yin and Yoga Nidra. Dhanyavad.